If you can follow these 4 simple steps, you can make your mixes to go from this to this. And you don't need fancy ass plugins. Anyone can do it. So let's get into it. Step 1 is understanding frequencies. This is a frequency spectrum of what humans can hear. Open any EQ and turn on the heat map. Observe the frequencies of songs and beats that you like and understand where each thing is at. So I've already made this. I put an EQ on the master. I'm gonna turn on the 808. It's mostly in the lows. I'm gonna look at the snare. It's in the mids and the highs, a little bit of lows. And then the hi-hats and the percussions. The hi-hats are mostly in the high frequencies. That's why they're hi-hats. And then the percussions can be anywhere, honestly. It depends. So the whole song. Open this EQ and observe the frequencies of random songs. This is how you will learn and train your ears. And make sure to use good headphones or monitors. It's like you should know that if your snare is too thin, you can boost a little bit of the low mids around 300 hertz. And if it's not punchy enough, you can boost a little bit here. And if it's too punchy, you can make it like this. The second step to hard-hitting drums is mixing and processing your melodies right. Yes, before the drums come in, the melodies come in, and if they are not processed right, your drums won't hit hard enough. Let's take a look at what I did in these. So in most of these melodies, I have cut out the lows. Because if I don't cut out the lows, it's gonna clash with the 808s, and we don't want that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select all of these melodies. I'm gonna click Control and select all of these, and then Control and click here. So this is gonna remove all of these from the master channel. This is the master channel, and it will plug them into this channel. And this channel is plugged into the master channel. So all of these frequencies are gonna go from here to here. And I have an EQ in here, which will cut out all of the lows. So instead of using an EQ for every single sound, you can use one EQ to remove all of the lows. If we wanna create like an intro or a bridge where the 808 and the kick is not there, we can automate the EQ and remove the EQ so that the low frequencies are more present in the intro or verse or bridge or whatever. I'm gonna level all of these one by one, and I want the melodies to be around -7 to -12 dB, but of course it depends on the kind of mix and the kind of beat you're going for, but most of the time that is what you're gonna wanna do. So let's see where it's at right now. We can increase the volume of these. Another thing you can do is pan these. I'll pan this to the left a little bit and this to the right a little bit. This creates more space for the drums. You want the 808 to hit right in the face. We want the 808 and the main snare to be in the middle in mono. In this one, I have a shaper box. So if we only listen to this melody, it's panned from left to right. It creates more space in the final mix. A free plugin that you can use to do this is Pancake by the Cable Guys. And while arranging the melodies, make sure to not add too much in one place because that creates a lot of confusion in the beat. Next step is sound selection. Now, if you want your drums to hit hard as fuck, you should be investing in good sample packs. If you don't have the money to do that, well, get a job and get some sample packs. But if you still don't have money, you can get a lot of free sample packs off the internet. Just go to Google and type in free sample packs and you'll get loads of them. Step 4 is leveling the sounds. We already leveled the melody. Now we're gonna level the drums. This is the cheat sheet I found when I started producing, and I followed this for some years. But after learning on and off for about 10 years now, watching infinite tutorials, listening to a lot of music every single day, and working with and learning from some amazing producers, I've come to the conclusion that there is no one right or wrong way to produce music or like a set formula. It's more about like preference and personal choice. It's all subjective. The most important thing is to train your ears to listen to as much music as you can on as many types of headphones and earphones and speakers as you can, and listen to as many genres as you can to train your ears. And if you're just starting out, you can follow these cheat sheets that you can find on the internet. There's nothing wrong with that, but also focus on practicing and training your ears. So before leveling the drums, I'm gonna go to the master and add a fruity soft clipper on the default settings. What it's gonna do is, no matter what dB the volume of the channels is over here, the clipper is going to clip it at 0 dBs. Let's listen to the 808. See, this is pretty weak. So this is the volume, and this is in dBs, decibels. Okay, this is 0 dBs. This is where the final mix should be at. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go to the 808. I'm gonna do a Control A. I'm gonna click on this and scroll up. This is gonna increase the volume. Okay, I'm gonna go to where it's at. First, I'm gonna do a cut itself. Click here, so that if we use any notes close together, they don't clash with each other. When the second note starts, the first note is cut. So I'm gonna go to where the sample is. You're gonna go here, and you can boost this a little bit. So it will look something like this. In this sample, it's already a bit boosted. So I'm gonna just boost it by 2%. You can boost it more if you want. I'm gonna increase the volume of this a bit as well and reduce the volume here. So what it's gonna do is, it's gonna be the same volume in dBs, but there's gonna be more perceived loudness. Okay. We want the 808 to be around 0 dBs, maybe a little more than that, because we have the clipper here. So if we go to the master, it's clipping it at 0. Okay, even though the volume of the 808 is above 0. So then we go to the snare. So we want the main snare to be at around -6. The counter snare to be a little bit lower than that. And the hi-hat to be around -8 to -10 dBs. This is fine. And the percussion around -6 to -14, wherever you want it to be, honestly. So I'm gonna choose all of these percussions by clicking Control and choosing all of these except the 808. And I'm gonna do a Control and click on an empty channel. So again, it's gonna remove all of these from the master and add it to this mixer channel. And I'm gonna add an EQ in here. And I'm gonna do a high pass in here, so that again, it doesn't clash with the 808, because some snares have a lot of low end and we don't want that. I'm gonna go here and scroll down, and then go down here and again scroll to change the shape, and then do it around 100. Because if you listen to these, there's some low end here. We don't want that. The best way to get better is to be open to learning and listen to as much music as you can, as often as you can, and invest the time to train your ears and practice as much as possible, and get good headphones so that you can actually hear the frequencies, because on shitty ass headphones, there are some frequencies that you just can't hear. And I have made that mistake, and I don't want you to make that mistake. If you're gonna follow some passions, you have to be willing to invest in it. I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I appreciate it. And subscribe if you want. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.